Hey there, Trekkies! Today's block contains many episodes where the cast uncover truths that become unfortunate for them. This is Best of Trek, Worst of Trek. I'm your host, Dustin Wing. Being frenemies with the Klingons at 298, swashbuckling, or Day of the Dove. This one tries really hard to be the best plot revolving around the TOS Klingons, and it's got a lot of things going for it, while also having a few hokey and questionable things, but is almost the best episode of the overall terrible third season. When a landing party beams down into what looks like every planet, they find a human colony completely wiped out. Klingons show up in a disabled ship led by the famous Kang, and claim Kirk has killed 200 of their crew. There's some of the best TOS fight scenes throughout this between Klingons and Enterprise crews. They're being pushed at each other by an alien presence until Kirk convinces Kang's wife that they have to work together to stop the malevolent entity. After an awesome final battle, we get a really lame cliché speech. This one has quite a few small problems, like Chekhov getting a little handsy with his female Klingon prisoner. But welcome to Season 3 TOS, where the budget gets cut in half. Getting a second chance at 297, Wayward Soul. Or Ensign Rowe. We open this episode by finally meeting Mr. Mott, ship's barber who just keeps moving Picard's head and combing without actually trimming his hair. Hilarious scene that has nothing to do with what's going on. Picard is soon ordered to take a disgraced officer, Ro Laren, on a mission to find out why Bajorans seemingly attacked a Federation colony. It's all just a ruse by the Cardassians, turn Starfleet against the Bajorans in the upcoming withdrawal of the occupation. It backfires when Laren goes behind Picard's back to help set up a solution to this dangerous situation she's now caught in, taking secret orders from an unknowingly compromised admiral that fell into a Cardassian ploy, and only because of her actions and Guinan's insistent friendship with her, does it bring her to let Picard in on everything she knows, allowing him to formulate a plan to expose the whole conspiracy. In the end, he does and gains a friend in both the Bajorans as a whole and Rowe personally, as he, Jean-Luc, gives her one more chance at a Starfleet life. This introduction to the Bajorans and the less funny mold of Beckett Mariner in Laren is a wonderful episode of Trek. Helping some friends at 296, Deep Cover. Or Counterpoint. Voyager is going through the space of some, you guessed it, xenophobic pricks that require them to submit to inspections periodically and have a no telepath policy. With Tuvok, Boric, and the members of a telepathic race that Voyager is giving safe passage to, they have to put them in a transporter suspension during each inspection. But this is a dangerous solution. One of the head inspectors claims to defect to Voyager for a while, which was just deception to see if they had telepaths aboard. He and Janeway almost have a great romance going till the ruse is revealed at the end, but Kathy outsmarts him and has already sent the telepathic aliens to a wormhole type thing that takes them out of Devore space. Just another typical Delta Quadrant race that hates everyone else. Clearing the air at 295, In Memory. Or The Collaborator, as the election to replace the beloved Kai Opaka comes down to the school-burning Vedic Wynn and the square-jawed Vedic Brile. Wynn tries to use every angle, including befriending the emissary at the 11th hour, and trying to prove that her opponent got Opaka's son and other Bajorans killed. In reality, Kai Opaka was the one that made the choice to save most Bajorans but let her own son die. And only Bareil knew the truth and hid it, despite his act nearly taking Bajor down the path of Kai Pa-Wraith over there. If you look closely during the scene on the promenade where Odo arrests Kubis, a Jem'Hadar can be seen in the crowd. This could be how they got some of the considerable knowledge about Alpha Quadrant powers in the season finale. This one's a really bizarre mystery journey to uncover during an hour of television, making the misinformation folks jealous at 294. Alternative Facts. Or the Voyager Conspiracy. In an effort to more efficiently assimilate data, Seven starts downloading Voyager's logs during her regeneration cycle. At first, she uses small unrelated cues to accurately predict an insect infestation, but soon starts seeing patterns in every aspect of Voyager that just aren't there, including giving Janeway and Chakotay competing misinformation based on the same data about the other plotting against them. In reality, she just assimilated too much data at once, and it caused some problems with her implants. There's one of many great conversations between Janeway and Seven at the end as she's talked down off the ledge by her self-imposed mother figure. It's a really unique sci-fi tale with a ton of intrigue to the very end. The gods do battle at 293. Penance. Or The Reckoning. Near the beginning of the season, when the Prophets stopped a few thousand Dominion ships from overrunning the Alpha Quadrant, there would be a penance exacted. That will come in the form of Jake becoming temporarily host to a Pyraith bent on destroying the wormhole and everything in its path. The whole episode is kicked off, though, by the emissary visiting the ruins he previously uncovered of Valhalla. A tablet is found with an inscription about the emissary. Ben takes it back to the station to study, much to the ire of Kai Wynn, before destroying it because it felt like that's what he was supposed to do. Anyway, this releases a prophet and a Pyraith to take place in a prophesized battle known as the Reckoning. Kira willingly gives herself as the vessel of the prophets in this fight, and the station itself is nearly destroyed in this literal battle of good and evil. I still don't fully understand why Kai Wynn is the one to pull the technobabble lever to stop the fight, but this now casts uncertainty on the future of Bajor since no winner was decided. I've seen this entry on others' worst lists, but it's got way too much going for it. The special effects are decent for the 90s, the story is compelling, even if a little anticlimactic. Still want to know why there's always unaccompanied minors during these evacs, though, but another solid episode in the Arc of the Prophets. Using strategy to outwit your opponent at 292? Protection Racket. Or Think Tank. Longtime Trekkie and renowned William Shatner impersonator Jason Alexander gets to finally play around in the Trek universe as part of a think tank that occasionally causes the problems it gets paid to solve. One of which is a series of mercenaries, and they offer Janeway a way out in exchange for 7 of 9 and a few other things like the running joke about Neelix's famous Shadra Cobb. For a moment, Seven even considers what an honor it might be to join a think tank and be part of a high-level collective, until they figure out what the think tank is really up to and devise a plan to take them down for good, with the help of the mercenaries hunting them. I personally enjoy how the think tank is made up of so many types of aliens and AI. A very thoughtful episode of Trek. Number 291 is being watched in Specimens, or Scientific Method. Alien researchers that are out of phase with us in time hook the crew up to various devices to subject them to various things and record data. After jacking Janeway's adrenaline, she takes the ship through a trinary star system in an effort to drive the aliens off her ship, after members of the crew start dying from their procedures. At the end, Harry says, "Smells delicious," to Tom and B'Elanna. But they're eating salad. What do you smell? Kate Mulgrew quit smoking during this episode, and boy, doesn't that rage come through in her character. This is only a mediocre classic plot, but it's executed on a very high level, with some unique plot twists that keep things fresh and exciting.
Ah, computer.
That program is available.
Thanks, Major. Major, Major. Thanks, Major.
Ensign Rowe is not on board the Enterprise.
Thanks, Major.
Analysis in progress.
Major, Major.
Regeneration cycle complete.
Thanks, Major.
Particulate dust and metallic fragments composed of an unknown alloy.
Thanks, Major. Major.
Acknowledged.
Thanks, Major.
Download complete.
Major, Major.
Acknowledged.
Thanks, Major.
Warning, plate is hot.
Major.